You're so full of love that you think your feelings couldn't possibly get any deeper. Then the love of your life tells you she's pregnant with your child, and it feels like your heart's gonna burst.
You'll never get over Sheridan as long as she's alive and breathing. Spooky angel or not, it's back to plan A for me. Sheridan's gotta die.
Something wrong?
You ever feel like someone just walked over your grave?
Sheridan, you and Luis will work things out with Antonio as soon as you can.
I hope so. It's just that things seem to be getting harder rather than easier. Now with my being pregnant, I don't know how I'm gonna tell Antonio that I'm in love with Luis. As much as I want this baby to be Luis's, I just know it will kill Antonio. I mean, you saw how excited he was.
What if the baby turns out to be Antonio's?
Luis said he would be disappointed, but that he would accept the child as his own.
Oh, Antonio's not gonna stand for that for a minute. I mean, he'd want to be there every second of his son or daughter's life, and I don't blame him. I mean, that's how a real father feels. Not like Julian, who's never paid 1 minute's attention to little Ethan.
I know. But Luis and Antonio could end up fighting over this baby for the rest of their lives. You know, sometimes I think it'd be easier for everyone if I just disappeared.
Sheridan, what are you saying?
Sorry I'm taking so long. When they repaired the kitchen after the fire, nothing ended up where it's supposed to be.
That's okay, Antonio. Take your time.
You sounded so upset, so final just now. Are you saying that you want to die?
Hello.
Come here.
So, enough with burning the midnight oil. Come up to bed and I will give you a back rub, among other things.
That sounds tempting. But I could be a while. I have a mountain of reading to do before morning.
For work?
No, not exactly. It's Teresa's custody case. I've got to keep her from losing her baby.
I can't believe this.
What's wrong?
Damn it, Ethan, you are doing it again.
Doing what?
I didn't mean to hurt him. I swear I didn't.
No, it's not your fault. It's all your father's for backing you into a corner. It's totally unfair.
How dare you talk about my father like that?
I'm not saying anything that's not true, Whitney. He made you choose between him and me.
God, how could I have done this? Daddy is never gonna forgive me. I've lost my father and my family forever. What is going on here? What is it, TC? What happened?
Whitney, she's...
Oh my God, don't tell me she's...
A little girl is gone.
Oh,
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me high as breeze.
Whitney is gone? How? How did it happen?
Still can't believe it.
Where is she? Where is she, TC?
She's at the recording studio with Chad.
Well, I'm a doctor, and
No,
maybe
you
there's something
don't
I can do.
understand. Whitney is alive. She's okay.
What? What she is? Why did you say that she was gone and she was lost to us?
Because she is. Whitney picked Chad. Whitney picked some street punk over her own family.
I don't understand.
Eve, we just came back from Chad's recording studio. TC found Whitney and Chad making love.
Oh, dear God. I'm sorry, honey. I know you must have been just devastated.
TC was understandably upset. He insisted that Whitney come home with us, and she refused.
Well, then, we'll just go and get her.
No. No, Eve.
Oh, what do you mean, no?
Whitney's never coming home. Whitney made her choice. She wants to be with Chad. Whitney, you're not gonna lose your family for good.
Yes, I have. I did a terrible thing. I disrespected my father. The one person who was always there for me. Even when my mom wanted to, but couldn't because of her work. Daddy. Daddy did everything for me my whole life. He woke up every morning with me and took me to all my practices. He helped me work hard so that I could focus on my goal to be a champion tennis player. And I just broke his heart when I told him that I wasn't gonna go home with him.
You didn't have a choice. Your pops made you choose between him and me. And who gives your kid an ultimatum like that?
My father is a wonderful man! How dare you talk about him like that?
Ethan, it wasn't that long ago that you were upstairs, locked in Teresa's bedroom, siding against Julian for the temporary custody of little Ethan. Siding with Teresa. And now, I find you here doing this.
This what? Look, I believe that Teresa belongs with her baby. Okay, especially because Julian is the father. I mean, I thought we agreed on this.
You know what? You're completely missing the point. You work for Julian now, and he has made it quite clear that he will fire you if you side with Teresa against him over the custody of little Ethan or anything else.
I know this, okay? But I
No,
don't
Ethan, there are no buts. I begged you to put me and our child's needs first, and you agreed. And now I find you here doing the exact opposite, putting Teresa first.
Julian threatened to fire me if I stayed holed up in that room with Teresa, but I did not, okay? I got her to come out of the room with the baby.
Yeah, and then you found a loophole in Judge Riley's order of temporary custody, which allowed Teresa to keep little Ethan as long as she stayed on the grounds. I mean, I'm surprised Julian didn't fire you right on the spot.
I still have my job. Nothing has changed. Therefore, you have nothing to be upset about.
Nothing to be upset about, Ethan? Nothing to be upset about? Ethan, you are siding with Teresa again! And Julian, if he finds out, Ethan, he's gonna fire you. Do you get it? We're gonna lose our health benefits, and so will the baby. Do you understand? Then what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do without your health benefits? Because I'm not working. I quit my job to be a full-time wife and mother. And since you categorically refuse to touch my trust fund, how do you propose that we provide for our child?
Gwen, you are getting hysterical over something that has not even happened.
It hasn't happened yet. But Julian is going to fire you if you keep working on Teresa's custody case. How can you knowingly put your own family at risk over this? Unless you care more about Teresa and her child than you do about your own wife and your own baby.
Gwen, that is crazy.
No, Ethan, no. You are lying to yourself or you're deluding yourself. But I am not going to put up with this. No, I am out of here.
Gwen, wait a minute!
Sheridan, I know that you were stuck in a difficult situation. You know, married to one brother, in love with the other, not knowing which is the baby's father. But to think of ending your own life, that is not the answer.
Teresa, you misunderstood what I meant about ending it all. I wasn't talking about taking my life. I was just talking about going away. Leaving Harmony, leaving everyone behind so that Antonio and Luis can get on with their lives without me around to complicate things.
Sheridan, no, you can't do that either. Losing you would crush both Antonio and Luis.
I had this feeling before. It's like something really bad's gonna happen to someone I love.
Luis.
I'm gonna go check on my wife.
It's nice meeting you.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Looking for Sam. Thought he'd be here getting statements from victims from that gas explosion. Need to talk to him about TC.
No, Sam's not here. Dispatch sent me instead.
I overheard what you said about something awful happening to someone you love. Is that the cop intuition that Sam's always talking about?
That's why I'm trying to hurry up and get out of here. I've been worried about Sheridan ever since someone tried to torch the cottage with us in it.
Well, give her a call, man. See if she's okay.
It's a good idea.
Hello?
Sheridan, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why do you ask?
My good China. It's ruined. Mother! Precious, get in here!
Oh, what is you yelling about now? Come on, Precious.
You broke the china that I scrimped and saved to buy for when I get married.
Oh, that. Well, it's not as if you're ever gonna use it, because you're never getting married.
Damn you, Mother. What the hell happened here?
Well, I guess I showed you, you damn monkey. Oh, Precious wanted to feed me soup. I wanted a sandwich instead. She took offense.
And you. Here. Take this hearing aid and you put it on your new patient, or you will not be watching Animal Planet. At all. And you better not break it. Because you're gonna be dead soon and I want to sell it on eBay. Now you two get this place cleaned up or I'm gonna kill you both the same way I'm gonna kill Sheridan. Hey, would you stop cowering and clean up this pigsty? What are you waiting for? Come on, get a move on. Come on, let's go.
Bethy, dearest, you seem unusually upset. What's got you so worked up, huh? Aside from all those voices in your head talking all at once, huh?
Not that it's really any of your business, but I figured out a way to get rid of Sheridan and her baby.
Baby? Sheridan's gonna have a baby?
Yeah, just my luck. She's beautiful and fertile.
Who is the father? Is it Antonio? Is it Luis?
Well, the bed-hopping tramp doesn't know. Turns out she's got a lot in common with you in that department.
At least I could always get a man without having to kill the competition.
You shut up.
Plotting to kill Sheridan is one thing, but to kill an innocent unborn child as well. No, 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 Missy. God is gonna get you for that. Fill a pot with water, precious. Bet's gonna burst into flames any minute.
God is not gonna get me, Mother. Oh, and that stupid angel you sent to scare me into leaving Sheridan? It didn't work either.
Angel? What are you talking about?
Don't you play innocent. I know you sicked Heaven's little helper on me at the hospital chapel, huh?
No, I didn't.
Well, Precious sure as hell didn't.
Wait a minute. An angel appeared to you?
Threaten me is more like it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, merciful angels and sweet saints. Have you heard my prayers? Yes, you have. Are you appearing to this wicked, wanton, wasted girl over here? I'm trying to scare her straight? Way to go!
I admit what happened rattled me a little bit, but not enough to get me to give up on getting Luis.
Oh, can't you take a hint? God's angels are trying to get you to quit while you're ahead or face eternal damnation.
I will deal with God's angels after I'm finished with Sheridan, okay?
What's going on, Luis? Why would you think there's a problem here?
No, I just had this really weird feeling come over me right now. It was like something bad was gonna happen to someone I love.
I'm sure you're just on edge about our situation with Antonio. And I'm also sure seeing all those burn victims has been very upsetting as well.
Yeah, no, it's been tough, you know. My heart really goes out to them.
Any leads on what caused the explosion?
No, none yet. But I'm still here questioning survivors. Listen, till we find out who torched the cottage, I want you to lock all the windows and doors, all right?
I'll be careful. Besides, I have Teresa and Antonio here with me.
Well, I'm glad you're not alone. I'll see you soon, okay? I love you.
I love you too.
No wonder you're on edge. Being here where you almost died in a fire.
That's part of it. But the whole situation with Luis and Antonio, not knowing who the father of my baby is, and that's what has me most upset.
Sheridan, I'm here for you, okay? If there's anything that I can do.
Thank you. I just don't know how much more of this I can take.
What can't you take?
Whitney, I didn't mean to upset you. I just hate to see you beat yourself up over something that's not your fault. You didn't force the situation. Your father did. You just wanted to go home with him and talk about us being a couple some more with your mother there. He said no. He refused to let me go home with you, and he told you point blank that you could never see me again. There's no way you can blame yourself for that. Or me.
But how did it come to this? I mean, how did tonight happen? I have never talked to my father like that before. I was always respectful to him. And he was respectful to me.
If you did what he wanted. And deep down, you were just too afraid not to. Until tonight.
No. Chad, you don't understand. It's not even like that. Daddy was my whole life. He woke up at the crack of dawn with me every single morning. It took me to all of my practices. He taught me everything that I know. And even if his knee was bothering him, he never let anything get in the way of giving me his all.
Okay, Whit. Sweetheart, your grip looks great, okay? We're gonna work on our forehand, all right? A strong forehand, okay? You're gonna pull from here, and you're gonna follow through. You always wanna keep the face of the racket open. You wanna try to hit the ball right about here, okay? All right, so just give me one little stroke through. Good, good job. All right, sweetheart, get in there. Get into a really good crouch position, okay? And follow through. Good job, sweetheart. That's very, very good. You were so good out there today.
Yeah.
Yes.
beautiful?
It is. I always loved Whitney. Wasn't always there for her. Didn't always try to be there for her matches, for her parents' day, helping her out with her homework. Wasn't always there for her, Eve, wasn't I?
Oh, yes, you were, honey. Always, absolutely.
Then what the hell happened? I mean, how did I lose my little girl? How could I lose her to some street punk that she barely knows? How the hell could this happen?
And what part did you play in this fiasco? I played your part, Eve. Because as usual, you weren't around.
Oh, how did you know where Whitney was anyway?
TC got an anonymous phone call saying Whitney was with Chad. I tried to stop him.
Wild horses couldn't stop him.
No. He insisted on going to Chad's recording studio.
That's why he didn't answer my second call.
You know, Eve, that is so like you. To put your mind at ease while TC is losing his with upset over Whitney.
Don't you go taking the high road with me when you were just hell-bent on seducing my husband tonight. Just tell me what happened at the recording studio.
TC found Whitney and Chad in bed and he blew up.
Oh, I can only imagine how we felt.
You know, if you had stayed at the family meeting that you pushed for, none of this would have happened. But as usual, you were tending to strangers, and while your own family was dying a horrible death, you know, and I had to play your part. Thank goodness Hank Bennett came by and he heard TC and Chad fighting, and he helped separate them so they wouldn't end up in jail or in the hospital or at the morgue.
Why is this happening to my family?
Eve, haven't you been listening to me? It is happening because of you. You left me alone and vulnerable to our dad's sick desires. And it's all coming back to haunt you now.
I could never imagine that our father would molest you.
He wouldn't have if you had stayed like you promised. But instead you went back on your word. And my life was shattered. It's all coming full circle, Eve. Call it karma, call it justice, whatever. It is all coming back to haunt you, and you have no one to blame but yourself.
You are my passion for life.
Whitney, I know you love your father and how rattled you are about what just happened with him. But it's gonna be okay. I promise. Just give it time. We'll let everyone chill, and we'll all get together, and we'll talk things through.
You don't know my father the way I do. Once he makes up his mind about something, nothing changes it.
Whitney.
We both heard him say when he walks out that door, if I'm not with him, then it's over. And it is over. I spit in my father's face when I told him that I wasn't going to go home with him. He looked like he had been shot through the heart. And I'm the one who pulled the trigger. I killed my father.
What can't you take anymore?
I'm just upset that whoever tried to kill me by setting fire to the cottage is still on the loose.
Sheridan, I am not going to let anything happen to you. I promise you. Look, if whoever was out to get you tries to come back, they're going to have to go through me first.
Gwen, what are you doing?
Isn't it obvious? I'm leaving you.
You can't be serious.
I'll just send for the rest of my things later.
Honey, stop this.
No, not until I get to New York.
Honey, you can't just pack up and go to New York. We are married. We're expecting a child together.
Here's a news flash for you, Ethan. Since you can't put your wife and your baby first, I'm going to New York, I'm getting myself a job, and I'm going to raise my baby myself.
Gwen, this is crazy.
No, Ethan. What is crazy is that I have put up with this situation for as long as I have. But there's no more. I'm out of here.
Wait, what situation? What are you talking about?
Ethan, I told you, right here in this very room and again downstairs, that I had to know that you put me and our baby first above anything else.
I do.
Including Teresa. And the first chance you got, you put Teresa and her baby first by taking up her custody battle with Julian.
No, I didn't.
Ethan, I saw you going over cases in the library.
I was only checking for precedent.
That is Teresa's lawyer's job, not yours.
I know. Look, you're right.
Know this. I can't, and I won't live like this anymore.
Gwen, you can't be serious about leaving me.
Ethan, I've never been more serious about anything in my entire life.
But we love each other. We're married. You are carrying my baby. Okay, and I want to be there when the baby is born. I want to feed him or her. I want to be there when he or she takes his or her first steps, Gwen. I want all of that.
Ethan, I want that too. But if things don't change with you, I need to change things with us. I'm sorry to be so blunt, okay? But this is my life, my baby's life, and our future quality of life I'm talking about. This is not just some fit of rage or grandstanding or making empty threats. I'm just telling you the simple truth, that I can't do this anymore, and nor should I have to. So if you're not willing to put me first, to take care of me and our baby above anything else, then I will leave you so I can take care of myself and my baby. Ethan, this is all up to you. You have to promise me here and now that you will always put me and our baby first. That you will never risk our well-being to defend Teresa against Julian or anyone else. You have to swear that Teresa and her child will never come before your wife and your child. What's it gonna be? I mean, you need to tell me. Do we continue as a couple or not?
What's the matter, Bethy? You don't look so good. But then again, you never did. Your eyes are too big, your nose is too small, and your body looks like a bunch of spare parts all sewn together.
Just shut up, Mother. I'm fine.
Yeah, right. Gee, I'm so sorry I can barely hear you here. No doubt you got a cheap one, right? You know something? I know you're scared, and with good reason. Because God is on to you plotting murder against a sweet woman like Sheridan and her innocent unborn baby.
I am not scared of anything, especially not a few dark shadows in a chapel, and certainly not a drooling, drippy old hag like you.
Do you hear the way that she speaks to me? The abuse that I have to suffer? Angels in heaven, help me, I'm talking to an ape.
Mother, for the last time, Precious is an orangutan. A very smart orangutan. Okay, Precious, I'm gonna go run an errand, and I want you to keep Mother here, and don't let her out of your sight. Okay? Good.
No. You can't leave me here alone again with this simian!
This is not gonna work. Not with you all torn up about what's what with your father.
Chad, what are you saying?
What I'm saying is, I'm not gonna be blamed for the look that's on your face right now. If you're gonna be with me, you gotta be with me all the way. Happy about it. Not full of guilt and doubt. Because I don't want you a year from now turning around and regretting the choice you just made tonight. So I'm taking you home.
What?
You heard me. I'm taking you home.
nurses, report to the ER.
This is gonna be a lot easier than I thought. Thanks for being here for me, Antonio. Sometimes I feel like I don't deserve your love.
Hey, now, those are just your crazy hormones talking, huh?
Yeah. I'm sure being pregnant has a lot to do with it.
Try to relax, Sheridan. You and your baby are safe now.
You know what? Teresa's right. Now, let's get back to that victory celebration, huh? Julian's loss is our gain. And here is to Teresa and little Ethan.
Here, here. Thank you.
Well, thanks. Thanks for taking in me and little Ethan. But I can't help but worry about fighting Julian for custody of little Ethan. I'm just back to being Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald. I don't have an army of attorneys. I don't have a boatload of money to bribe people like Julian did with that Judge Riley.
Just try not to let one shameless crook ruin your faith in the judicial system, okay?
Antonio's right. And you have Ethan on your side. He's one of the best lawyers in the state. I mean, he found a loophole in Julian's temporary custody order. I'm sure he'll help keep permanent custody of little Ethan.
Yeah, well, Ethan, he's a stand-up guy. He's always going to put you and little Ethan before anything else. You know that.
Yeah, he promised that he would be with me every step of the way, even though Julian has put him in a difficult situation.
I still can't believe my brother threatened to fire Ethan for siding with you over the family.
And Gwen was trying to make Ethan feel guilty for doing the right thing, but I know Ethan. He won't let Gwen and Julian tell him what to do. He will follow his conscience. He'll help us now when we need him most. He'll help us before his job. And despite Gwen's petty jealousy, I just know it.
What's gonna be? Teresa and her baby, or me and our baby? Who comes first from now on?
Gwen. Of course. You and our baby come first. Now, tomorrow, and forever.
You mean that? I mean, Ethan, do you really, really mean that?
I really mean that. And I apologize to you for ever making you have to doubt my love for you or our child.
Ethan, I love you. I love you very much. And the thought of leaving you is so hurtful. I mean, the thought of our baby not growing up with a father to take care of him or her, or me.
I will be. I swear.
Okay. Okay. I believe you.
So, we're okay. Right? Please stay.
Yes, everything's okay. It's really been a very long day.
Maybe you should get some sleep then.
I just want you to hold me.
Still worried about Sheridan.
Antonio and Teresa are at the cottage with her, and you'll be there soon enough.
Oh, I gotta stay here and finish interviewing survivors of this gas explosion. I could take a while. You know what? I'm gonna have a couple officers posted outside the Crane State. If I give you a list of people allowed to see Sheridan, will you take it to him?
Yeah, anything to help.
All right. Bennett's, my family, the Cranes, you, and well, Beth, of course.
Okay.
There's enough in here to kill an elephant. The best part is, they'll never trace us back to me. So much for the angels stopping me, Mother. Soon, Sharon will be dead and buried, and Luis will be mine. He'll be all mine.
No, baby, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I
Whitney,
went off
calm-
on you
calm
before.
down.
I'm sorry. It's just the situation. It's so unreal for me. Okay? I'm completely cut off from my parents. I'm all but dead to Simone, and I'm even apart from the place that I've called home for longer than I can remember. I can't believe this is happening, you know? I can't believe this is happening to me.
I mean it, Liz. You stay away from my family. Oh, sweetheart. You can't blame yourself for what happened. You've been a terrific father to Whitney and Simone, the absolute best. Always there for them when I couldn't be. You know, I used to feel so guilty when I was on call, and I would not be able to attend a play or an awards banquet or a recital. But I took such comfort from knowing that you would be there, front and center, cheering Whitney and Simone on. Don't blame yourself for our daughter's problems. This isn't your fault. None of it.
You're right, Eve. It's not my fault. This is your fault. All of it. Because you were never there for our daughters.
You're so wrong about me, John. I'm not the man you or Grace think I am. But all that's gonna change.
Grace, we don't have a marriage, and we won't have a marriage until you do something about it.
What's in the shed? I don't know. TC's always kept it a secret.